Yes, start your own business because we see it's a lot going on. People talking about recession is coming and all of these things are happening. Yes, if you have a skill, just get on your hustle, get on the grind. But for me, I'm not going to tell you to quit your job though. No. You can have a job and you can also be an entrepreneur and make money as well. That's what I will say. But I absolutely hate when people be online telling these folks to quit their job.
This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot. Going down right now.
You're tuned in to iLLANOiZE Radio, Chicago's most valuable radio show. I'm your host, Biko, alongside Pretty Riot and iLLANOiZE Jones. And as always, we bring you all the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today, we got a dope special guest in the building. She goes by the name of Covana Washington, and she's the founder, owner of Bombandbossy. She's in the building.
Yes.
The number one marketing strategist is here.
Yes, I'm excited. Thanks for having me, y'all.
She showed up to show out. She came in here with all pink on. You hear me?
Yes, for the content.
Listen, brighten up the day when the clouds is out. You hear me?
Pink nails, everything.
Swag.
How you doing, Miss Lady?
I am doing really well, and I'm super excited to be here this evening. Thank you for having me.
Hey, like I said, we thank you for taking our time to slide through and share your story with us. And before we even get into the marketing strategies and things of that nature, let's actually talk about the beginning of who Covana really is. Okay, so you know what part of the city are you actually from?
Well, I'm a suburban baby,
okay.
So I'm from the south suburbs. Markham, Blue Island, Madison, Calumet City. So shout out to all my suburban friends. And I like to say I'm a suburban girl because Chicago just give all the love to the south side, to the 290, the west side, and I be like, don't forget about the suburban.
Because we only down the street.
We only down the street.
I feel that.
And the areas the neighborhoods and areas you just mentioned, I'd be looking at them as Chicago areas, to be honest, because everybody be in those areas. Because a lot of the lounges, the bars, the clubs is
the vibe.
Yeah, it's there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with you coming from that area, like, let's talk about like the beginning of time before you got into marketing. What you go to school for in general?
So I actually, and it was funny because like right when I was about to graduate high school, I didn't even want to go to college. I was interested in doing hair. So when I had to do my ACT, I'm like, okay, I can get points for my name. We just gonna do that. I'm gonna go to hair school. End up not going to hair school. Went to college for fashion merchandising. And throughout my college career, that's when I was introduced to marketing and really being able to work with brands and just having my own voice and really being creative. And so me starting in the fashion industry and going to New York Fashion Week and participating in fashion shows, working with designers, I'm like, ooh, I like this. I like taking pictures. I like the energy, the vibe. Like I'm an artistic person. And so that's really what got my start in marketing.
So that's what intrigued you into marketing.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. I was working at a fashion design company. And at that time in 2016, it was like the messaging was, oh, brands and businesses should be on social media compared to now where it's like, oh, if you're not on social media, you pretty much live on Pluto. And so I was able to work with this $1 million company and build their social media presence and worked there for 2 years and then started my own business after that.
How did you even land that position with that company?
So I was actually an intern when I was a junior in college. I was on Indeed and I found the company, and at that time it was a non-paid internship. I worked there for the summer, and then after I graduated college, I was actually working at Walgreens, and I was just like, child, now that I didn't spend all this money on my college degree and I'm working at Walgreens.
What is it? I got an IC3.
I was upset, and then like maybe a month after I graduated, they emailed me and was like, we looking for a marketing manager, and I'm like, oh my God, yes, thank you, I can get up out of here. And so,
did you have to relocate to New York for that?
So no, actually the fashion design company is downtown.
Okay.
It's in Chicago. It's in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like traveled to New York during, if anybody that has a fashion degree, New York, Paris, that's just the vibe. So I was able to knock that off my bucket list. But it was just being in New York with a lot of creative people and just seeing people living out their dreams, influencers and bloggers. And I'm like, I really, really like this. And
what's the Chicago culture like versus New York culture as far as like work habits and stuff like that?
Well, I would say that's a really good question in terms of work habits. I feel like people either want to live in Chicago or they want to live in New York. Now, when it comes to New York, it's a lot of big companies, and I just think about it as Devil Wears Prada. I think about it as Devil Wears Prada, where it's people that's really striving to reach their dreams, and they traveling all around the world to come to New York. So they fly, they fashionable, they have groups that they are part of, and pretty much everybody is trying to uplift each other to get to the next level. And it's a lot of really creative people in New York and also in Chicago as well. But I don't know, I love Chicago. I've traveled New York, but I want to live in Chicago.
Visiting New York is cool. Staying in New York is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, I try. And I ain't like the train situation. And I mean, we can get into the trash on the street. I ain't really like that now.
Oh, okay.
What about the rats?
I seen some rats, and I ain't like that at all.
Was they really, so are New York, is that like a stereotype, or are New York rats really like big, like
they
huge?
was big,
okay.
and I can see why, because I mean it's kind of like going down Michigan Avenue and seeing bags of trash on the street.
Whoa, wait! You said it's going down Michigan downtown.
Yeah.
And seeing.
So imagine that's how it is in New York.
They don't have no alleys.
So the garbage is no garbage cans, all of their bags. You hanging out having a good time trying to shoot your content, and you like, oh, let's go on the other side, so because we don't want to be in the way of the garbage bag.
It's 2022 and they ain't found nothing better to do with they trash yet in New York.
It's nasty. It stink.
That's one thing I heard.
Yeah,
it stink after midnight.
How the whole city stink?
They got a lot of those, not potholes, but what you call them things? Wells. Yeah, they got a lot of those. And so the smell from the sewer, they got a lot of those in New York. Yeah.
And New York, let us be clear, we not dissing y'all. We just talking about the city. That's all.
The rats chew their electric cords.
I'm just giving a review.
That's it.
The rats chew the power lines. That's how big they rats is down there.
I mean, and before we even get into break, what's something you learned from New York that you brought back to Chicago?
I'm going to tell you. So, going to New York, I went to New York before I started my business, and it was Alicia Keys. She said, what is it? Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Me being in New York really inspired me to start my business because there's so many people out there that's striving to reach their dreams. So what I've learned from New York is if you are trying to become an entrepreneur, just go to New York. Go to an event, because I went to New York Fashion Week. And when I was there, I was able to finesse my way into meeting Cardi B, meeting Trina, a whole bunch of people. And it was unbelievable. But I was just like, wow, if I can do this on behalf of working for another company, I ain't really like that. I wanted to introduce myself as, oh, I'm the owner of this versus I work for this company. And then when I come to the company 2 months later, they let me go because I asked for a raise. But that's a whole nother question we can get into. But being in New York really sparked that passion for me. So that's what I learned.
Yo, do us a favor and yourself a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to tap that notification bell as well so you can stay updated. Now let's get to the video.
So, before the break, you said something that caught my attention. You said that them people that flew you to New York, they fired you because you asked for a raise.
Yes.
I would like to know the tea on that.
Okay, so let's clear it up. So, I flew myself to New York. I flew myself to New York just for a vacation to New York. But when I was there, I was talking about how I got inspired while there. And then when I came back to, so while I was there, okay, bet. So now I really remember. When I was there, I'm like, I need to get my coins up. I had people talking to me, telling me that I should know my worth, etc. So when I came back to Chicago, I started Googling how to ask for a raise, getting excited, how much should I ask for. So I brought it to the CEO at the time, and I'm like, hey, I've been doing a really good job and I was doing a bomb job with their social media, like really bringing in celebrity clients to their fashion design.
You was bringing in revenue.
Thank you, revenue. That's what I was doing. And I talked to the CEO and I sat her down and I'm like, hey, can I get a raise? And she basically was just like, well, you can be on the sales team.
So she tried to give you a promotion to another department.
But at that time, social media was fresh.
Sales don't.
You know what I mean? But I'm like, well, I think I'm bringing in sales if I'm doing social media. So mind you, I'm still pretty much fresh out of college. I done graduated a year and a half from that job. And so when she told me that, I'm just like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to get the raise then, huh? And then 2 weeks later, I got a last day email that pretty much said, oh, we've been looking at your performance and we want to go another direction. And I'm just like, well, that was crazy. I don't think I'm mad about it, but I'm just mad y'all didn't tell me this at work. Why would y'all email me this? But I started getting the vibe. Like, it was just a whole, what was that?
What's the name?
I wish I can tell you.
She like, they ain't getting no more dollars from me.
Nothing. But they got me blocked on all social media platforms and everything. Yes, this company, they got me blocked. Yes.
It's $1 million company that done blocked.
They blocked me.
They feel that threatened to block you.
They blocked me because I keep telling the story of how I got started, but it's true. I mean, y'all let me go through an email, and then when I got let go, well, I'm like, well, you know what? I gotta get to this money. You know what I mean? So I went to the unemployment office, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give myself 30 days while I'm getting my unemployment for these 6 months. I'm gonna still give myself 30 days, make my own logo, my own website. And to this day, like my logo that y'all see, my website, I made that myself because that's the type of stuff I learned while in college. And I'm just like, wow. So I went from really asking for a raise to
raising yourself.
Thank you. Well,
that was in God's plans for you to do that.
It was nothing but a blessing. Like, I'm just like, wow. I'm so happy they let me go.
Got you. Okay, so damn. Well, I like that. I like the fact that you get to be transparent about your journey, because I think like now that entrepreneurship is on the rise, I think a lot of people think that it's so easy. You just start a business, and it's like, nah. So I kind of want to know, before we really hop into marketing, since we're on the topic of entrepreneurship, do you think that that's something our community should be pushing as much as we do? Like, I see the rhetoric, like everybody can't be an entrepreneur, unfortunately. So now that you've kind of taken some of that path yourself, do you feel like that's something that we should just keep pushing on everybody? Like, start a business. Like, what's the clearer message that we should be pushing?
Well, for me, I've always been a hustler. And I started getting my own money since grammar school. I was doing micros for $20 in my room at my mama's house to have enough money for lunch and to buy Jordans every weekend. But what we need to be pushing, yes, we need to do entrepreneurship, but I think right now in the society, people telling folks to quit their jobs, and I don't like that. Because for me, I still have a 9-to-5, but my business honestly has surpassed my salary at my job because I'm making so much money as an entrepreneur. But I have mentors. My mentors have successful businesses, but they still going to work. And I would say the clearer message is, yes, start your own business, because we see it's a lot going on. People talking about recession is coming and all of these things are happening. Yes, if you have a skill, just get on your hustle, get on the grind. But for me, I'm not going to tell you to quit your job, though. No. You can have a job and you can also, you can have a job and you can also be an entrepreneur and make money as well. That's what I will say. But I absolutely hate when people be online telling these folks to quit their job.
Yeah, I hate the starving artist narrative right now. Like, whether it be for actual artists or whether it be like, I'm sorry, I'm tired of seeing GoFundMe's for y'all because y'all was just in a fucked up financial situation because you decided to quit your job and live your dreams, which is cool, but it's like, the real world is here, so like, where's your cushion? You know, like if you lose your job, that's one thing, but I think quitting them. You
gotta have another, because I tell you, like, if I have a nervous breakdown or they make me mad and then my whole world come crashing down, I'm like, I need to still go to work. But as an entrepreneur, you have to push it's just a whole nother I don't know if I'm ready for entrepreneurship 100%. I appreciate entrepreneurship with my 9-to-5 because I have balance.
I was just about to ask you, like, what type of things do you feel like your 9-to-5 bring you that actually help you run your business?
Well, currently I work for an amazing nonprofit organization, and I feel like if you are going to have a 9-to-5 while building a business, you should be able to be transparent about that with the people you're working with, because I work for this nonprofit company, they have so many community partners, and because the executive director, they know I have a business, they rock with me, they support me, they even bring me on to consult certain projects with them, and they are happy to connect me with the amazing partners that they have. So it's like it's a money team situation. As long as I'm getting my job done at work and they see I'm thriving and trying to grow my business, they uplifting me as well. So that's a good thing to have, having a good job that supports you and that don't mind you being an entrepreneur, because they support your dreams.
You have those companies that don't support and they don't want to see you win, and it'd be some negative pushback. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that you linked up with the right company that actually embraces it. I mean, with them embracing things, what type of impact have you felt from that made you even go harder on your entrepreneurial skills?
Can you clear that question up for me?
So, like, with you working for a nonprofit, what are some of further skills that you've learned that help you with your entrepreneurial skills?
So one thing I will say, working at a nonprofit, they're very mission-based and it's very community-based. And I feel like with a lot of us as millennials and people that are on social media, we all for ourselves, we see stuff on Instagram and we just want to be in the moment, but we not seeing the world for the bigger picture. So me working at a nonprofit, it's been able to help me within my business. Like, okay, it's bigger than Bombandbossy on Instagram. It's about how is Bombandbossy going to give back to the youth that's trying to increase their careers, because we working with youth in the community between 15 to 24 years old, helping them get job opportunities in media, film, and TV. And so it's like, oh, I really like having people look up to me, saying, hey, Covana, how can I take my career to the next level? And I'm able to pour into them, tell them the mistakes that I've made so they don't have to make mistakes, connecting them to job opportunities. So it's been able to really help me nail down, like, no, it's bigger than making money. It's about what you're going to be doing for the community, because that's how I can win awards. That's how I can be noticed when you are someone that's really uplifting the community.
Establishing a legacy.
Yes, that's what it is. Yes, that's what it is. That's what I'm trying to do.
And that's why I asked that, because non-profit is different from profit companies. And damn, you hit that shit right on the head.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Right, and I need you to do one sminy. Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Riot, and I just need you to do one small favor for me. Head on over to your app store, search iLLANOiZE. Hit the first thing that pops up, because we the one and only, and download the iLLANOiZE app.
The motherfucking littest motherfucking marketer in the building, Covana. How you doing?
I'm doing better now that I'm here with you guys.
All right, we got some listeners up in here who really, some listeners not in here but listening, who really don't know what marketing is. Could you let them know? Because a lot of people think marketing is putting something on Instagram for like 4 days, flooding your Instagram. They don't know what marketing and what really goes into marketing. Could you enlighten them on what that really is?
Yeah, so pretty much marketing is money. Marketing is how you will continue to make money, and it's more than just, like you said, it's more than just buying the inventory, posting the pictures. It's really the strategy behind, if you want to gain those 2,000 followers, this is exactly what you have to do to gain those 2,000 followers. If you want to get 2,000 people on your email list, this is the steps we have to take. Or if you're trying to make those $2,000 in sales, this is how you have to do it. And let's be clear, you don't have to have 2 million followers to make $100,000 or $200,000. It's really just about having a strategy for how you actually going to execute it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They needed that.
They do. Because I'll be like, child.
Because the rappers come to you, don't they? They be coming to you.
They do. But you know what? I have some rappers coming to me, but when rappers and people that's in music, I feel like people that's in music, you need a whole team of folks. So you know what I mean? Like, so make sure you got a manager or somebody that's in the whole game plan. But that's a part of the marketing strategy, having multiple things in place to make sure you get the results you're looking for.
What seems like the worst thing most artists come to you not prepared for when it comes to marketing?
Not having good music.
Simply put.
Thank you for saying it.
Simply
Sometimes
put.
y'all shit just suck.
Yeah, you know
Don't
what
the
I mean?
image plays well into your marketing too, right?
Image, the aesthetic, but when it comes to marketing, you got to have something good. You got to have something that the people actually want, because when you have something that the people want, if you're making music that's not for the culture, or if you're making music that's not going to have the girls ready to twerk them BBLs or whatever the vibe is, it's not going to pop. You got to give the people something that's going to pop. And when you got the good music, then we go into the image of the artist and how we going to market the image.
Steps.
But the steps. It's levels. It's steps.
What's a good marketing budget to play with?
Well, it really would depends on what your marketing goal is. So one thing I would say when it comes to marketing budget, because a lot of people they don't have a budget. And when we say budget, the budget will come from, like, let's say you have your own job, so it will come from your own personal funding, or it will come from like funders, or you talked about the GoFundMe accounts, but you can do crowdfunding if you want to. And when it comes to your marketing budget, it's 5 to 10% of whatever your revenue is. So if you made $1,000 this month, if you do 10% of that, then you should put $100 into your marketing budget. That's going to make it super easy, because I have some people that got a bunch of money to play with, but we have other people that don't. So the clear bottom line is 5 to 10% of your revenue, whether if it's money from sales or money from your own personal income.
So I want to know, because I've been following you on social media for quite some time, and I've just really been able to see the work that you've been doing, and I've seen you work with so many different brands. And one thing that I love is that, like, I've never looked at any project that you've done and thought it was like a cookie cutter. Like, I personally see marketing strategies, and it's like you just copied off what you did for the last person. Like, there was no real, but for real, like, it be cookie cutter marketing strategies where they just offer the same thing to everybody. So, like, how do you create like unique strategies for each people? Like, do you have a specific process? Because I love how everything is different with you. It's nothing that's like you can look at two of your projects and be like, oh, I could tell Covana worked on these because this is her thing, you know?
That's a really good question, and I'm glad you asked. So what, for me, and it's so crazy because I just had a consultation with AC Green, so shout out to AC Green, and he was able to pretty much tell me.
AC Green?
Yeah.
Get your mortgage right here on the AC Green
we
show.
about to get a TikTok.
He be
ready to get on TikTok, honey. But I'm glad you asked me that question, because he was able to pour into me, and pretty much after the consultation, he told me that I'm very analytical. And so I'm just like, oh, wow, thank you so much for letting me know that, because I do this naturally. Like, I enjoy it, I have fun. But my first point is, so let's say if I have a consultation with you, Pretty Right, and I'm like, so tell me, what are your top 3 struggles? I start with the problem that you're having, and then whatever your marketing struggles is, I create a strategy around that. And then I also like to get to know the culture of your target audience. And I'm like, okay, well, I understand what you want to do, but let's look at what the audience actually wants. And that is the marketing process behind it. And once we understand what your struggles are, and I'm able to create a strategy to help you implement and, get over those hurdles, then we look at the target audience and say, okay, well, what would your customer want to buy? What places are they already shopping at, places they listening to, and things like that.
Okay, yeah. I love that.
I want to know, like, with marketing is the direct impact from social media?
That takes us into the different areas of marketing. So when it comes to marketing, there's multiple steps. There's traditional marketing. So for me, I'm marketing myself outside of social media because I'm on a radio show. So you can have social media a part of your marketing. You can have PR a part of your marketing where you want to get featured on different articles, or you can have billboard advertising a part of your marketing. You can have traditional guerrilla marketing, actually printing out flyers, going into these hair salons and going into these barbershops and going to pop-up shops, going to different festivals and things that are happening so you can get outside where the people are. So although I focus on social media, I like to think big next steps. Like, what else can we do to help you thrive in your business?
I mentioned that because it's just earlier we were speaking on social media, how it just makes such a big impact on our lives and companies as well. And it's like, if you don't have a social media page, well, what the hell what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Do you look at things that way too? If you work with a client and they don't have social media, it's like, well, we need to get you there. We need to get you on this.
Yes, and I do that because as day-to-day consumers, like even before I go shopping or before I go to a restaurant, or if I'm at a restaurant, because I've been doing a lot of nice little TikTok content, places to go in Chicago. But if I'm at a restaurant and I'm trying to order at a menu, I'm like, do y'all got pictures on the Instagram? And if they don't, I'm just like, you want to become a client?
That's real.
But it's to your point. Yes, it's the impact. It's that messaging. And one thing I'll say for the people that's watching and listening, start to think about your social media accounts as a physical storefront, because, and that's what I learned in the fashion industry, look at your Instagrams, your TikToks, your Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Look at it as a storefront, as a window display. So let's take like a Macy's, for example, or when you downtown, when you shopping, you walk into these stores because the way the mannequins are, the way that the messaging is, they letting you know if they got sales and promotions, and they very clear. So really start to build out your pages like it's a storefront and make the aesthetic look nice to bring people in, because you want people to trust you so that they can, purchase from you.
So, okay, I got one more quick question on that. So just listening to you talk, I see you worked with like product-based, like marketing, but then like what do you do for people who offer services or they are the product?
So for me, I'm that. I don't have a physical product where I'm like, oh, buy this water bottle. So for the people like me that are like service-based businesses, you have to promote your expertise by educating people, sharing tips with people, and getting people to buy into your actual knowledge so then they can purchase from you. Because if I'm like, oh, well, Bombandbossy always coming through with the tips, or, how you going to tell me about content creation? Your content look crazy. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, well, if I'm a marketer, you're going to buy into me as a marketer because my content is nice, and you're going to buy into me because my lifestyle is a lifestyle that you're trying to receive, or you're going to buy into me because I'm sharing testimonials from my clients, or I'm sharing behind the scenes. So I'm creating this false product because really I'm selling my brain, child. My brain is getting tired.
I love that, because I know influencer marketing is really big right now too. So I know that's like two different lanes. So I didn't want to ask for that reason, but okay.
Is your business struggling? Trying to get your followers up? No problem. You can advertise with us right now. Tap that link above. Now let's get back to the show. Young lady, you done help 900 plus brands use social media to grow their business. That's fucking phenomenal.
I can't even count today.
that is phenomenal. I mean, even with you helping damn near 1,000 plus brands, grow revenue, grow their social media content. What's been the biggest thing for you with helping these brands? Is it like, obtaining their goal, or is it you obtaining their revenue, or just doing what you can to help them?
I would definitely say all three of those, but for sure giving them clarity, because at the end of the day, we all want to be successful, and when people are starting a business, they putting a lot of work into it, they putting their money into it, and prior to them working with me, they on a struggle bus. They don't know what to do with social media, but they know they have an amazing product that they believe in, So for me, it's being able to work with a company and they have something they believe in and being able to help them take it to the next level. Like I have a client, she's actually a doctor, so shout out to Dr. Tasha, but she had a product that she really believed in, but she just struggled with taking it to the next level on social media. And she started with like 400 followers. She was making the soaps in her back office space.
Is that the panty wash?
Yep, the panty wash, yes.
Panty wash. Tell me about this panty wash.
Yeah.
It's literally detergent, special
For panties?
detergent
Yeah.
for panties. So
Hey,
that-
I need some of that in my house. I never know.
Now, okay, perfect.
Cause I got women that come over there. I might want to do laundry on a laundry date or something.
She got it for me
Use some
too.
panty soap.
I might need some panty soap.
Got
you know.
box of soap too?
She do, because you don't think about it. You don't think about it, and it's the education, but you don't think about it. As women, we got to go to the doctor. As men, you have to go to the doctor, and hygiene is so important. And me working with her, I was just able to learn like chemicals. You can use other bigger brands to wash your underclothes, but I mean, it make it smell good, but it don't take bacteria away. It don't make sure you fresh down there and everything. So yeah, but to go back to your question, she started at 400 followers, and after working with me, she now has 40,000 plus followers, and she was able to get into a warehouse because I was able to take this vision that she had and make thousands of people believe in it.
Damn, girl, you a wizard.
Damn, you say she went from 400 to 40,000, went from a back office to a warehouse. And
Yeah.
what was the duration? Like, what was the span of time with you working with her? Was it a year, 2 years, 3?
So that happened within a year.
The
Yeah.
fuck?
Blue magic.
Wow.
Blue magic.
I
She
know, I
stand
was
by
like,
it. She
oh my
guarantee
God,
it.
I can't believe it.
So you shocked yourself. It sounded like you shocked yourself with that one too.
You know what? She was one of the clients that literally did everything I told her we needed to do. So back to your earlier question when you asked like, oh, what's a really good marketing budget? The more you pay, the more you grow. So we may see these people getting 1 million followers. Let me tell you something. These people that got 1 million, 2 million followers, these people got advertising budgets. And they have a good message. They have really great content, and they have an advertising budget. Just check out the Shade Room. If you see people on there like 4, 5, 6 times, they paying a Shade Room $3,000, $4,000 for the ad to promote themselves on the platform. If you have 0 followers and you have a page that got millions of followers constantly posting you're gonna get followers and you're gonna get sales. Yeah. So that's one of the marketing strategies that I use, advertising.
And I mean, let's dive in a little deeper on that. You also spoke on how you're very analytical. What are some of the things you're diving into when you're looking into someone's social media?
So going back to earlier, I'm looking at, first of all, I'm looking at the content because content is what drives the marketing. So one of the first things I look at is let's look at the insights to see what content is performing well. Because oftentimes a lot of clients or entrepreneurs, they creating stuff for them. Yes, you want to be authentic and create content. That's what you want to do. But again, you want to create for the audience. What do the people want? So that's one of the main things I'm looking at, looking into the insights, seeing what's your top performing post from the past 7 days, what's your top performing post from the past 30 days, and whatever is working, you want to continue to milk what's working. And sometimes people not looking at that and they creating stuff. So we can talk about this algorithm all we want, but the bottom line is the content is just not what the people want to see. It's not what Instagram want to see, because believe it or not, they got the technology systems. They know what's going to work or not. You know what I mean? So look at what's working and continue to push what's working versus what's not working, because it's going to continue to not work.
Speaking of what's working, what's been working for you? You know, with you growing your business to over 900 plus brands that you've helped.
What's been working? I will just say just keeping it 100 with the people and just totally being myself and just providing results for people. Like, although this is business and I do want your money, but it's not about the money. Like, as long as I'm helping you make money, I'm going to continue to make money because I'm helping you get results. If you invest in a consultation with me, or you purchase an online course, or if you come to one of my workshops, I'm not going to tell you no BS. I'm going to tell you exactly what works, and it's up to you to actually put in the work. And that's the thing about marketing. It takes work. Like, And a lot of these people lazy and they don't want to do the work.
Talk to them.
Oh, you was gonna say something?
Yeah, so I kind of want to know too because, dang, I kind of just it ain't leaving my head, but it did. God. Okay, so damn.
Ooh, no.
Want me to bring something up and come back?
It didn't flew.
You've worked with some big brands, so go ahead and shout out some of these credentials, these clients that you've worked with, because I'm looking at some of them now, and the people needs to know.
Yeah, so I do have some amazing marketing partners. So shout out to my client S-Curl. Shout out to the brand manager Tarkus for rocking with me. Also shout out to some of the partners that I work with, BET Networks, Rolling Out. I've worked with Lisa Ray. Had the opportunity to connect with Tyler Perry when he did a screening in Chicago. Who else? I'm drawing a blank, but you could definitely visit Bombandbossy Marketing to find out more about the clients I work with. Well, we was talking about the content piece, and
yeah, we was, and I replayed that part in my head, and it's just
that shit gone, Sean.
That shit gone.
Oh my God.
Going in
and
the
I
breeze.
felt like that was going to be a good question.
Oh my
too.
God.
Shit, I tried to get some time to
Actually on Twitter.
I just hop in her DMs.
Yeah, when it come up. Yeah.
But you want to share the answer with everybody.
No, maybe it's a question. I'm just.
devil's advocate.
I'll just play.
But out of a lot of these brands that you work with, what's the most memorable brand that that's a partner or a client of yours?
I'm gonna go back to Clean and Cute Panty Wash because
Clean and Cute Panty Wash.
That's the
that
name.
shit hard. That shit hard.
The name is so...
ladies, listen. If you get some Christmas gift,
make sure you record that
That's
because
a
I need to say that because she flying me to New Orleans for the Essence Fest to create content for her because she already know I'm gonna make it blow up. So shout out to my girl, Dr. Tasha in Atlanta. But for me,
Dr. Tasha, I like that. That shit gangster too. She gangster.
Yeah,
y'all gangster.
I just love it because I know So here's the thing: she started with a consultation, and in the end, she was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna want to do this. I want you to do it for me." So she hired me as a social media manager, but she wanted to kind of get my vibe because she was like, well, people think because I'm a doctor, they see, they probably figure I'm a doctor, I got money, they play me, they tell me what they're going to do, but they don't provide me with the results. And I really appreciate her for even trusting in me. I'm in Chicago, she in Atlanta, but I was able to really help this lady take her business to the next level. And for me, that really says a lot. Like, you really went from making these soaps in your back office to really getting this huge warehouse. Like, that's just...
She need to be on Shark Tanks.
Yo, for real.
She do.
She do on Shark Tanks.
She do need to be on Shark Tanks.
You got to get that in her mental. Cause
Shark Tanks.
Man,
niggas will buy this.
Yeah.
For they girls?
Yeah.
For they women? They ladies?
Themselves too.
What?
Men
listen, niggas ain't... Listen, we're here.
All niggas not... First of all, Jones, let's just start off. All niggas not like you.
Hey, first off, I'm a clean nigga.
I'm not saying you're not. I'm saying that a lot of niggas would be more willing to buy it than you would.
Niggas will buy for somebody else before they buy for themselves.
Okay,
not
that's
all
good
niggas.
to know that feedback.
Huh?
That's good to know that feedback.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Trust me. Cleaning niggas, what? Panties? Come on now. Niggas done seen some panties before.
Yeah.
But women didn't see the drawers.
Yeah, women just see the drawers.
With the
That's
doodle
right.
stains
in there.
Okay.
And y'all try to roll
with
them
y'all
up and hide them.
dingleberries.
I've seen them.
Hey, listen here. I don't know nothing about that. Niggas gotta use white something. Niggas out here too old for dookie stains.
They too old for dingleberries.
Oh my God, y'all this.
Okay, so I actually remember my
There we
question.
go.
See, you welcome. Now answer it before you forget it.
I remembered before, but okay, so I want to know, like, at what point did you, like, okay, so you start working with these businesses, you start seeing, like, how you can grow these brands. Like, I know at some point your price went up, and I think at a point in everyone's career, they have that moment where it's like, oh, I'm worth so much more than what I've been doing. So, like, what was that moment for you, or was it a specific client that you got to work with that you was like, oh, I knew I was that girl before then, but now I'm that bitch, so I need to up that price?
I remember it like it was yesterday. It was last year. Actually, it was the peak of COVID. When I started seeing people flowing in like water, honey, I said, oh, okay. That's when I got to charge more.
Okay.
And then once I saw, so prime example, okay, y'all, because this the key. Now, it takes time. People want to charge Chanel prices when they giving dollar store energy. You know what I mean? So for me, and I've been there. Like I've tried to do things, and I've tried to call myself on a charger arm and a leg because we see it. The price needs to go up, and people wasn't really buying at the time. But I had to build the trust. So once I built the trust and I saw like, oh my God, I got these people rocking with me. And then with COVID, it was like a supply and demand. People, they building these businesses. They don't have no marketing help. I see people struggling. So I went up on my price. And I honestly never looked back since. But, you know, when the world goes up on the price, that's when you should be looking
we
up.
call that inflation.
You know? So I'm thinking about going up on the price again.
It's an inflation out here, okay?
And be mindful, child. Got to. And then with taxes, I mean, you learn as you continue to grow your business. So thinking about when you got to pay the people taxes, I didn't make so much money, but I owe the tax people. But that's a whole nother conversation. But that's something you have to learn, you know, as an entrepreneur and growing. But yeah, I went up on my prices during COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was like 2020?
Yeah, was it 22? Yeah, it was like 2020. But I do offer other products like my I have like freebies, free marketing workbooks. I have online courses. So I do have options for entrepreneurs that's just starting, but they don't have a marketing budget, but they still want to learn.
I sure think I got a workbook.
What is it about what you do that makes it exciting and fun?
I think maybe because it's my personality. I'm just so lit. You know, some people fake. They fake marketers out here, and trust me when I tell you, y'all favorite Instagram followers, mean girls, because I met some of them in real life. But for me, people just like me, and I'm like a marketing bestie, and for me, I do it naturally. So if I'm having a conversation with you or whatever, you like, oh, I feel your energy. Like, you're going to feel my vibe. You're going to feel my passion. And another thing that's good is I'm able to really tap into your mind so that if this is your business, you obviously passionate about it, and you can't talk to everybody about your business, and people not gonna have creative ideas to give you and to pour into you. But that's another thing. It's like it's a spiritual thing.
Talk your stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a wave.
Yeah,
That's what it be.
why y'all just did that shit together though?
We here.
Yeah.
She tapped into my brain.
I did.
Tapped into that in the energy. I mean, you gotta let people know too before we wrap things up, like how they can properly get in tune with you.
Yeah.
What's the proper way to reach out to you, and you know, just let them know how they can follow you as well.
Yeah, so definitely follow me on Instagram. That's my main social media platform, at Bombandbossy. If you're interested in marketing, DM me the word marketing. I also have a free social media marketing workbook. Just text the word bomb to the number 21,000 to get an instant download straight to your phone. And if you want more details, visit bombandbossy.com. Everything is there for you.
I know you got an upcoming event too. Shout out! I forgot, plug that event.
I got events coming up, child.
I guess not.
Oh! I do have.
I remember.
I've been planning. Okay, see, because I do these really bomb luxury marketing and branding workshops. So details are coming for that. Also, I'm trying to do something for the content creators in Chicago where I'm starting to get the girls to get cute, get dressed up. We're going to go out. We're going to start taking pictures. So to get the details on that, just follow me on Instagram. And if you're interested, DM me the word details and I got you. So yeah, I do got some stuff coming up.
See?
I'm just planning.
See?
You just speaking it into the words because you know I'm doing something.
Look, you got a lot going on, and I'm like, hey, it's a lot more than just working with clients. You got something going. You feel me?
I do.
Y'all follow Bombandbossy, and she gonna get you right.
Yes.
As always, we appreciate everybody for tuning in on this Saturday. You can give us a follow on all our socials at iLLANOiZE Radio. That's iLLANOiZE Radio. Give me a follow at Official Biko. That's Official B as in boy EKOE. Download that iLLANOiZE app and Pretty Rye, where you at?
Oh, hi guys. What it is? What's up? Got your nigga in the cut. But yeah, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Pretty Riot. Follow my Twitter at _Pretty Riots. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to promote right now. You'll see my face soon. Beyonce posted on Instagram, so that means I could post again.
But she took off her profile picture. They said, huh?
She took off a lot of stuff, I think.
That don't got nothing to do with me. She posted. Okay,
That's all that matters.
She said, "I give y'all permission. Show your faces again." But yeah, no, that's it. Be good, y'all. Be good. Have fun.
Bees, all the bees. Be
Be good, be well.
I was really saying be good because it's a lot of shit going on.
It is.
You talking about bees? I wasn't talking about them hoes. Not them.
Talking about bees are safe out in these
like,
streets.
be safe
I mean, actually, you was talking about Beyonce. I thought you was talking about the Hive.
I wasn't. Yeah, no, I wasn't.
Beehive.
I wasn't trying to drag it that far. I ain't gonna lie to you, but yeah, y'all follow me. Jones, what y'all?
The city is lit, okay? Whether you, Marsha Ambrosia, I don't know if you listening or if you get around somebody that's listening, but I'm here, baby. I'm here.
And he got some soap for you.
I got some. Nah, listen here. I ain't fuck that soap. I got something long, strong, hard for you now. You can take back to London with you. But nah, you know it's love, baby. Yeah, Chicago. It's lit. I'm lit. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ILLANOiZE88. I don't love y'all that much to give y'all my Facebook and Snapchat, but if you want to see my face and hear my voice, just go to the illinois.co or just download that Illinois app. I just want to say happy birthday to my brother Ray Star. Happy birthday, nigga.
Happy birthday, brother.
I'll be in the A next week to kick it with you, shouting. My sister Crystal, happy birthday today, your birthday.
Happy birthday.
I know I'm finna be broke tonight. She trying to go to Wild 'N Out. Nick Cannon, fuck with me. I need something free. Chicago.
He got too many babies to be giving out some free shit,
Yeah,
dog.
that nigga can cover it. All right? Look, Chicago, y'all got the Hyde Park Fest. Y'all got the Puerto Rican Fest. Y'all got the Blues Fest. I need y'all to do me 3 favors while y'all out there in them streets.
What's that?
Party hard, but party safe. And if you can't do both, stay your ass in the house.
And with that being said, look at here, y'all. We gonna catch y'all next week. Y'all keep it locked for some music. Tomorrow's going down. Fusion Radio, Ill Sound Radio.